Well, hello, all you high thinkers and folks that I hope are thinking in general, and welcome to another of my high thoughts. I'm Sid High, and this is Penny. She's joining me here. And today I was going to talk about dynamics in Dianetics and Scientology. Um, Ron came up with trying to boil everything down to one word. So the dynamic principle of existence is getting your belly rubbed. No, that's not it. Let's see. It's survive, right? So the primary goal of all life is survive. Can boil it down to that. And to go along with that, Ron came up with the 8 dynamics. Again, I say Ron came up with it. Could have come from someplace else and he just incorporated it in. I don't know, but the concept seems to work for me. So you can look at the 8 dynamics as circles within circles, with starting with the first dynamic being at the center. And so the first dynamic is yourself. That's it. The first dynamic is you. All right. The second dynamic is family. Your kids, didn't expand on how far out, how many, second cousins or whatever count, but the idea is family, right? So number 3 is groups. So that can be book club, football team, your where you work, however you want to look at a group, right? So number 4 is all of mankind. So uh, number 5 is the animal kingdom. So that goes down to like basically all life, amoebas, bacteria, all the way up to whatever, right? So that's the animal kingdom. Now, number 6 is something Ron came up with as far as it's the universe, but he describes it as an acronym called MEST, MEST, and that stands for matter, energy, space, and time. So, sort of like if you watch Avatar the Airbender, earth, fire, water, air. I have another dog that wants to come up and play, so we'll see if he makes it up the stairs. They scare him. I don't know. Maybe he needs to be audited on that. Anyways, I digress, but it is high thoughts. So where was I? MEST, yes, matter, energy, space, and time. So we'll leave that there for the moment. And then number 7 is basically the life force in Scientology called theta. I think Ron got that from Greek. I don't know if that's what it's for. I think it meant soul in Greek. Um, anyway, so it's the life force. That also is kind of interesting because basically Ron calls the life force, the thetan, a static. No wavelength, no dimensions. It's hard to even comprehend the thought of something that's one dimensional or basically doesn't exist but yet exists. It's almost like it's from another dimension or something like that. Um, Anyways, the life force, whatever it is, that's number 7. And then number 8 is infinity, or the God dynamic. So the reason this is all here and existing, but it's not in Scientology as far as everything I read from what Ron has. He doesn't get into that as far as, is it God? Is it the Big Bang? Is it whatever reason we're here and this is what's happening? So that also kind of opens it up so that other religions, whether you believe in, God or whichever the big spaghetti monster, I think it was. What in the world are you doing, Penny? Uh, sorry, I was distracted again. Um, so that's the dynamic. So pro survival, is the maximum number of good for the maximum number of dynamics. And counter survival is the least amount of good for the greatest number of dynamics, you could say. So an example would be if you had a bunch of soldiers in a foxhole and a grenade gets thrown in. Well, probably they're all going to die unless one of them jumps on the grenade and keeps it from getting everybody else. Now, on the first dynamic level, that's awful, right? Although probably going to die anyways, but that's beside the point. That gets into ethical and moral kind of concepts. But the bottom line is, say this person jumps on the grenade, it kills him, but it saves the group. Okay. Also, it's probably going to be detrimental to his family if he has one, or, if, sorry, I'm getting off topic again. So detrimental to the second dynamic is what I'm trying to say. And if it's a just war, though, if he's protecting his fellow soldiers and they can win the battle, then he is protecting his family and, his country and that kind of thing. So you see how these can all blend in and, help look at this in a different way to where, you're, morally and ethically, you can say, yeah, I'm doing a really great thing for the uh, fifth dynamic, the planet, as far as the animal kingdom, but it's not so good for, industry or something. I don't know. I'm getting out there a bit on this one. So, anyways, that's the dynamics in Scientology, and it will be used in other places. Also, it can be part of a propaganda kind of a thing, which I'll go into later, or at least you can kind of look at, the evil intent, shall we say, of certain propaganda on how it affects the dynamics. Maybe that would be the best way to say that. Anyway, I think that's all for today. I think Penny's had enough. And so I will leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and keep thinking those high thoughts. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, if you will. And until next time, I hope you have a groovy day.